My name is Emma Barrett. I'm adopted and I'm looking for my birth parents and my sister in Russia. I'm packing my jeans, some tops, 2 dresses, my thermals, and my gloves, and my hat, because it's gonna be really cold. I work as an admin assistant helping people.
She loves her work. She loves the purpose of having a job, the responsibility of having to shop for herself, cook for herself, keep her own room in order, pay her own bills. She loves that.
Clean the coffee machine, into the dishwashers, fold letters, cut paper up for people.
These things that go on, you know, everyday things that she achieves are important. Right from the first day when she got on the bus, I took her into the city once on the bus to go to work, and then thereafter she got herself there and back, which was quite an adventure for her, but never missed a beat.
I'm a people person, so I love it. As my boss, AJ, says, I go above and beyond.
Do you ever think about your family in Russia and where you came from?
Yes, all the time, you know. I want to meet them. I'd like to meet them one day, you know.
We all need to remember our origins and, you know, our history, and so I've encouraged her to sort of just bear it in mind, you know, that this is where she is from. All of us, history is important.
I mean, I have a wonderful family here. It would be great to see if I had a family in Russia as well.
How old were you when you came to New Zealand?
3.5.
Do you remember anything about Russia?
I was fortunate enough not to remember it. Sometimes people say when they remember stuff, it's not good. You know, it messes with them a little bit.
This is Terry, down at the beach in Howick. We look beautiful. It's my man here, that's my husband.
Well, I suppose you have to go back to when I met Jan. We couldn't adopt Emma unless we were married. Jan could not adopt Emma without being married.
I, Jan, take you Terry. I, Jan, take you to be my loving husband, to be my loving husband.
There were virtually no children available in New Zealand for adoption. And Russia did have an adoption arrangement with other countries at that stage. This is a fax that was sent to me from Jan in June 1996 when she was staying in Moscow with a friend of mine. Went to a pet market yesterday, but Peter took me around at such a speed I couldn't buy anything. Although Emma and I fell in love with a puppy and a goat, a little monkey and a cat.
Here we are at the New Zealand Embassy in Moscow, and we're waiting for Emma's visa and passport so we can get out tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow.
Just a note to say everything is fine and I'm really looking forward to coming home. It has been really hot and muggy here today and I can hardly believe it's winter in New Zealand. Just put Emma down to sleep. She's a lovely little girl and has a beautiful smile.
Mama! Mama!
Taken a lot of photos and videos and done a lot of shopping. Say no more. May have to move to a bigger house.
I'm not the only one who's been shopping, Terry. Jane has been too. She's led me astray. She made me buy things that I wouldn't have really bought, and it's all her fault. So if I'm in debt when I get back, it's her fault, okay?
Well, darling, see you when I get back. Love you, Jan and Emma. She's painting a picture that I did not see. I saw her as just virtually assisting in the adoption of a child.
But it's all going on tape, and it's going to be used as evidence against you when I divorced you.
We were separated almost immediately after the marriage. The marriage was to ensure the adoption went ahead.
And here's Terry sitting out in the middle of nowhere, having a cup of tea.
I agreed to go ahead with it because I felt I didn't have a lot to lose.
Deep in thought their way.
I had just hoped that Jan was going to be able to cope.
Well, he was.
She assured me before she even went to Russia that she had every intention of coping on her own and bringing the child up on her own.
I think he's drunk.
That was not to be the case.
Oh, I just heard someone say let's boogie, so I guess it's time to go.
Emma's behaviour was a serious challenge. Just throwing things, screaming, not sleeping, aggressive. For a little 3-year-old, it was quite difficult, very difficult.
Yes, I do. Yo, I love you, even when she's naughty.
I came here with my mum, Jan. I was 3 years old, and then I lived with her for a while, and then, I lived with some other people. Then I was in foster care, and then my dad took over. I'm the unsinkable Molly Brown. Anything can hit me, but I'm unsinkable.
To be honest, she was chaotic at the airport right from when she arrived back here. Pretty wild.
I've got photos of me in the airport, but I don't remember it.
And this lasted for a few years. You took her to a shopping centre or something like that, you had to watch her because she'd just disappear at the age of 3 or 4. She'd be gone.
Just cut that bit out.
And I thought, this is not going to be easy.
Emma, come here, come play.
And the conclusion that one particular counsellor came up with was the reactive attachment disorder with the fetal alcohol.
Good girl, okay, here's my card, where's yours? You cheated, what's this? What's this? Bye, crikey.
I've had a lot of struggles in my life, a lot of things go on in my life.
You cheated, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mentally not up to speed, At school I struggled a bit, I was behind.
Jan found it difficult to the extent that she kept finding caregivers to look after Emma at the beginning for a few nights a week and then longer and longer periods until in the end she was down Thames with another woman for a couple of months. But I did not want to step in. We'd made an arrangement that this would be how Jan wanted to do it, that if I wasn't going to be there, she was still determined to go ahead and do it by herself. It didn't work. It came to the attention of SIFs in the end, who then regarded this as abandonment and stepped in. And so there was a court order issued that Emma was to be placed in SIF's care. So she'd been in and out of foster homes for a couple of years.
I was misbehaving, and this woman could not handle me. And of course, because I had ADHD, and I guess this woman didn't know how to handle people with ADHD. So she locked me in a cupboard for a few hours until I calmed down. Yeah.
That is one aspect of it that I do recall, was being locked in a cupboard. And then Jan took her own life when Emma was, I think, about 6.
She committed suicide. People tell me a lot about her. Yeah, how she loved me very much and all that. Yeah. I wish she was still alive today, because then I could ask her things and she could give me advice and, yeah.
Emma then stayed in Sif's care several months until I could see it wasn't working. Instead of getting automatic custody after Jan's death, SIPs wouldn't give it to me because they didn't think I could cope. And they may well have been right. A partner I met some years later, but I think Emma was about 10 or so, gave me a lot of support and a lot of care in gradually working on this process of overcoming these behavioural issues.
You've had a lot of challenges put in front of you, haven't you?
Of course.
You're a very independent and strong young woman, aren't you?
I'd like to think I am, but I don't want to get too big-headed about it.
What are your aspirations in life, Emma?
Just to go further, you know, to be the best person I can be and be positive I can be. Yeah. A letter to my mum. Can you say hi, Mum?
Yes.
Yeah. My name is Emma Barrett, but my birth name was...
Екатерина Викторовна Фисенко.
In Russia, we used to live... Yeah.
В России я жила по адресу улица Космонавтов.
I got adopted to New Zealand by a loving family.
Меня учредили в Новую Зеландию в прекрасную семью.
I went to school at Howard College. I am now 24 years old. I am 4'10", which is 147 centimeters.
Okay.
And I used to do ballroom dancing.
Okay. Ballroom dancing?
Ball, B-A-L-L.
Ballroom dancing.
Yeah, for 12 years on and off.
Okay, I need to find what is it in Russian. Sorry. Just don't know what it is.
I have always wanted to find you since I was 13 years old.